Do some online research on sickle cell disease. Why was this disease used by some people in the United States to argue for an essentialist understanding of race? And why does the disease rather show that race is constructed? Well, sickle cell disease was used to argue for an essentialist take on race by people who observed that in the United States it was only African Americans, black people, who were affected by it. So people came up with the hypothesis that it was something in the DNA, in the genes of black people, that made them receptive to sickle cell disease, whereas white people and people of other races were allegedly immune to it. However, this is not the case, because there are white people who suffer from sickle cell disease. It's only the case that these people are usually not living in the United States, or not that frequently living in the United States. What researchers have found out is that people who suffer from sickle cell disease had ancestors who come from the Mediterranean, or who came from the Mediterranean, or might still live there, or have emigrated to the United States or other places. They are coming from areas that were affected by malaria, and sickle cell disease actually gives you a certain immunity to malaria. So for the ancestors of the people now living in the United States or still living in the Mediterranean today, sickle cell disease actually held an advantage that developed because of the specific place that we're living in. And therefore it affects people from Turkey, people from Greece, people from Northern Africa, and therefore people who would be classified as black and people who would be classified as white if one buys into this racial logic. But it has nothing to do with only black people suffering from it and white people being immune from it. So sickle cell disease does not confirm an essentialist understanding of race, it rather challenges it.